Oh, so that's it, huh? That's how you took the Stardot back from Bowser. It seems like another wild adventure in the books, bro. The castle's back to its normal place, and everyone's returned home safely. You came through in the end, just like you always do. I know you've been back for days now, but I'll bet you still kind of feel like you're on an adventure, don't you? That reminds me. The pals who travel with you. I wonder what they're up to now. Goodbario! Hey, Barricade, what's up? I thought you were back at work delivering letters. Haha, I sure am. This isn't a social call. I dropped by to bring a letter to you, Goodbario. It's for Princess Peach. Huh? For Princess Peach? Whoa, what's she writing to me for? Ready to find out. I've got to deliver more letters. Thanks, Barricade. See ya. Keep working hard, buddy. Take care. Hey, Goodbario. What did Princess Peach write a letter? Let me see. Hang on, Goodbario. Jeepers! This is an invitation to a party at the castle. It says the princess is having a party and I'm about to go have fun. Whoa! 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 Now then, gentlemen, it's time to scale the frosty heights of the Crystal Palace. Koopa, old boy, you're in charge of guiding us. Your prior experience is terribly important to the success of our expedition. Yeah, leave it to me. I know the place front to back. Koopa! Huh? Parakarry? What brings you here? Phew, I finally made it. I have a letter for you for Princess Peach. Oh, oh wow! This is an invitation to a huge party at the princess castle. It's directly from the princess herself. It's got her signature on it and everything. Cool. Oh, there's no way I could miss a bash this big. But I just can't turn my back on this expedition after I promised Professor Colorado. I should stay here and... Oh, poppycock! Ball the dash! Don't be daft, dear boy! Turning down such an invitation would be terribly impolite. This is a golden opportunity. Go to the party this instant. Don't spare me another thought. It would ruin the party if the hero of Koopa Village, nay, the hero of the Mushroom Kingdom wasn't even there. Huh? I knew you'd see that, Professor Colorado. You're so kinda generous. I'll do it. I hope you guys will be alright without me. I'm gonna party! Oh, Colorado, I have a message for you as well. Don't bother coming back home, you wandering buffoon! What a no-good husband! That was a message from your wife. Colorado, you set on this expedition without telling your wife again, didn't you? Boy, she was so furious. Oh, good gracious! Parakarry, why in the world didn't you tell me this first? This is a crisis, old boy. I must make a way back home with all due speed. Huh? Did you hear something outside? I think I did. I'll go take a quick look. Hey, bro, guess what? Panic stopped by to drop off a party invitation for the Mrs. Peach. He said that he's also invited to the party, so he took off and said he'd see us at the castle when we arrived. Now, we better go too. Okay, listen, Mario. I'm just gonna run ahead. There's something important that I have to do. What is it? Sorry, bro. It's top secret. And once again, thanks to Mario's efforts, as well as a few partners we met along the way, the Mushroom Kingdom is back at peace. Oh, we're gonna go back down. Yeah, I can totally go back down and ignore the party. Just imagine that. Mario just goes like, nah, I'm gonna go back home and go rest in my bed for the rest of time and eternity. At least until Princess Peach gets kidnapped again. I can even check all this out. I did not expect that you could go back to Mario's house even after here. Huh. Now this I wasn't expecting. Two more pages. The final two pages chronicled in Luigi's diary. When I looked up at the sky tonight, I saw a shooting star arcing across the sky toward Princess Peach's castle. I made a wish to the stars right away, but I wonder if it will really be granted. It's hard to try and talk in this accent. Even though it's not a good accent, I still try my best. What I wish was that I can write it even though it's a secret diary. Ah, you can even see it even though I erased. I wish to sleep on the top of bunk bed. Oh man, Luigi. You know what, Luigi? You could be the top bed anytime. You've earned it. Even though you might be second banana, you've definitely earned it to me. Because you are that much of a hero, at least to me, Luigi. I heard that my brother finally saved Princess Peach. Bowser increased his power to the Star Rod, but my brilliant brother beat him anyway. That's hard alliteration with that voice. I guess he'll be coming back home pretty soon. I'm looking forward to listening to the story of his adventure. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this diary for now. I'll have to seal this room off before he notices that I remodeled without telling him. Now, I'm going to go prepare a dinner to celebrate Mario's return. Oh, look at that. Luigi did something to accommodate Mario when he came back. How nice of him. What a good younger brother Luigi is. He deserves more of the shine, even though Mario is the big star. I'll just go there as a joke. I didn't think there would actually be something there that was worth seeing. I'm sure that Princess Peach is waiting for you in the castle. Yeah, get to it. Just give me some time to get my bearings around. I'm gonna talk to as many of them as I can. This is pretty cool to see. Good news, everyone. Huge news. Mario defeated the evil Bowser Bowser's just arrived. Thanks a lot. In other news, the grass is green, the sky is blue, and Mario is walking around town to the sound of cheers, peace, and all around good vibes and loveliness from everybody in the Mushroom Kingdom. Go back to work, I guess. Not that I'm excited to get back to the grind, but this is somewhat relief. After all, having a routine that's probably for the best, at least for me it is. Didn't think you actually speak to this family inside their home. I figured they would be outside among the crowd when they were awaiting Princess Peach's party. Next time something happens to Peach, I'm gonna be the one to protect her. Yeah, good luck with that. Just make sure you get a lot of exercising for leg day, especially leg day, if you want to have bad hops like Mario. Peach's castle's come back at last, and peace has restored to Toad Town. Been restored. Spend our days together without fear. Oh, I'm so happy, but I work at the castle, so I must return there. Such is the sweet sadness of love, my darling. Of course, they're still lovesick as ever. Oh, look at this. Gubar's family. Oh, hello, Mario. I've never been to a party at a castle before. I'm petrified. It's really... Oh dear, I'm so nervous. Do I look okay? Sure, you look fine. As a matter of fact, you haven't changed a bit. The kids went ahead with the dual Goomba. Gubar is jumping for joy. Dear, dear. Kids are bundles of energy, aren't they? Even Goomba's here. Just from the Toad Town on a long walk, I've been taking a little rest. Goomba must be feeling pretty spry, even if you won't have the grandkids already. You know, I did not expect this to be the second RPG I would be covering that will allow us to roam around and speak with the public after we completed the final boss, essentially. It's kind of a weird coincidence that I am now thinking about since we're at this point. Hopefully this doesn't become a trend in like all the RPGs I do in the future. I highly doubt it, but it's just a weird coincidence that the first two I have covered on my channel now happen to offer the same type of ending where you have free roam around the landscape. Chuck! You! Why the heck are you invited? Cowiz! It's your old pal, Chuck Quizmo. How'd you like to take part in the quiz? No! No! Where's my hammer? I need to bonk you on the head right now for all the times that you caused me so much stress. Oh, you're just kidding. Do I still have my hammer, actually? I do! Yes, I do! Oh, but he's so lucky. He's so lucky that this is going right through him. Otherwise, I'd be giving him a zillion bumps on the head. I still remember all the stress you put me through that one point. I'm not forgetting that anytime soon. Aw. Look at that cute little wave from Vanna. I like your sister more than you. How do you feel about that? Wish we Toads have done more than just wish for you. We followed your progress the whole time. Your efforts really give us hope. Oh, Toad Town thanks you. It must be grueling. I'll try to get through this as fast as I can because I know this is going to take quite some time since we're talking to a lot of people now. I was just saying that I really didn't think that this would be the second RPG I would cover that would offer this kind of ending, especially with Mario of all things. If you really think about it, it kind of sticks true to what Mario was like at the time though. I mean, with Mario 64 coming out, that was like the first huge foray for Mario to like explore anywhere and everywhere practically. Like just go through the whole landscape, see what it has to offer, that kind of thing. So if you really think about it from a game design point of view, this kind of fits into what Mario was like back then before it went on the whole linear aspect, the linear route, starting from Mario Sunshine all the way to the Galaxy games. Eventually ending with Odyssey, going back to that sandbox-like feel, that open world-like atmosphere. Maybe I'm just reading into it too much, but then again, this is me we're talking about. I tend to read into things a little more than a lot of people normally would, even the things that wouldn't be relevant. the important thing is that all of Toad Town seems to be at peace again, especially the Mushroom Kingdom. Lackluster got his name just as Lackluster, not Spike, or Michael, or John, or Bob, or George, or Greg, or Anthony, or anything like that. No, it's just Lackluster. Hopefully after this adventure, he's learned to live with the name that he was dealt with. Of course, Merlin is in his own place today, as he shouldn't be. Can I even go down here? Where are you going? Okay, so we have to go to the castle no matter what. Get your rest, no time for sleep today. No, there is no rest for the weary, especially when it's party time. It has to be party time all the time, at least for the time being. I hate you. All the time, the Mushroom Kingdom. Now that Bowser was a kid got trounced. There's some serious notes with badges, so I'm gonna head out for a different town. Kinda itchy to get back on the road right now, but this festival's a big deal. My kid really wants to check it out, so I guess we'll stay a little while longer. Kinda makes sense, the little tyke would like to stick around and see such an occasion. After all, something like this doesn't come along very often, so he should live it up while he can. Darnest thing, time to find the front door. I'm surprised you got out of the house at all, Koopa Coot. Figures the one time that he does get out of his house, it would be when the world is safe. This seems like it's in line for his character, if you ask me. At least we got, you here. Pop Diva. No sequel for the princess. I think you'll do just fine thanks to our help. I wonder if we didn't help her before, would she not be here in front of the garden singing? And would these guys not be here either if we didn't help them out? Yeah, that's starting to plague my mind a little bit more now. I wonder if, depending on who we help out, will affect if they do show up for the huge town gathering here or not at the end of the game. If that's true, it would be a pretty neat detail. That's something that Persona 3 also would kind of do if you didn't cover everyone's social links. The social links that you didn't complete at the end of the game, you wouldn't be able to speak to those people again because you didn't complete the link. So you don't have like that little reward at the end of the game to interact with them one last time. Greetings, old boy. Here for the festivities of the castle, eh? I can't say I'm terribly excited about it myself. My heart yearns to go to the Crystal Palace. Yearns, I say. So many mysteries await me in my dizzying intellect. Oh, the pain of it all. You understand my yearning, don't you, old boy? I swear, Colorado, you are the living end. You're always starting here and there and settling down. Mario, would you believe I had to send Parakarry to get him? I'm at the end of my rope. Please talk some sense into him. Ma'am, if my hammer will talk some sense into him, I don't think anything will. His head is as hard as a coconut, and probably just as empty. Sorry, but the post office will close today for the festivities. That makes sense. I would thank you looking out for Parakarry. What I don't understand is how such an anal break character could make himself useful in your adventure. Oh, trust me, you have no idea. He was helpful in some spots, but for the most part, we were playing delivery boy next to him. Oh, not this guy again, it's Bruce. I followed you, but in vain. What a cold-hearted, cruel girl you are. You left me behind. How could you? Dude, get over it. There's a lot of other fish in the sea. Or a lot of other bobs in the factory, I guess. That would have to be how the adage goes for bob-obs. That's all I can think. Toad House is closed. Deserve a day to celebrate, don't we? All you do is just stand around wait for me to come into your humble abode and then sleep in your bed. You didn't even get compensated for it. I just waltzed right in and then went to go like, hey, I'll take a nap, alright? Okay, thanks, bye. At least he's learned to actually make a profit in the next game. Wait, alright, that's not where the castle's going. That's the exit to Toad Town. on the way to Koopa Village. Now, Princess Peach, I'm just so used to the castle being uprooted that I didn't even bother to go through the obviously big blue doors, because now it is here. With all these people that are up and about. I always said he definitely wants to write your story. We keep on the title. What was it again? Let's see. Paper Mario! Ah, how to be on the nose. Way to be on the nose, intelligent systems. Got back to Level Island again. Everyone's been wanting to see you. Guess maybe everybody on Level Island ought to come over here, huh? There's a lot of crazy stuff around here. You have so much fun exploring. I appreciate you get in trouble so fast. I can totally see that happening. Do sit down and eat shaved ice trees all day night. Oh yeah, it is you. It is the guy. He's gonna get his ice juice after all. Kind of worried about him, because he was so hell-bent on wanting to get those treats pronto when he got locked up. Nice to know that even he made it to the party. Part of me thought he would got so scarred that he would just hide back in Shiver City in his own home like he mentioned to us before. Came so I can see Lady Boat dressed in all her finery. I know Peaches is beautiful, but Lady Boat's even prettier. You would say that. Got a wedding ceremony at Gussie Gulch. Be the most beautiful wedding ever. We'll scare everybody. Who's gonna be invited though? So today's party will be even better than the last one. While singing and dancing instead of an earthquake. And then there's you! How are you? Still dangerous? Yeah, you keep up that innocent little image you have, lady. I know who you really are deep down inside. It's the nice guy. Man after all, yes? I must offer you all along that you defeat the evil Bowser. Yes, I did. But you know what? You are even greater here than I imagined. These Malstoffas don't give us respect. It was so long since we actually see Malstoffa. Nice to see him again. Even the village leader from the Yoshi Village is here. Let's see him come all the way to the Mushroom Kingdom. I wonder if it's the first time in like years he's ever been near Peach's castle. That's if the Yoshis ever did get near that place to begin with. What's with this guy though? So very nervous? Thump, 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 thump. Dude, you're just standing guard. You don't have to do anything special. Mario, welcome to the castle. Princess Peach should be here very shortly. And now, Princess Peach. Greetings to all of you. I'm so glad everyone could be here on this special day. The Star Rod stolen by Bowser has returned to its rightful place in Star Haven. Peace has once again returned to the Mushroom Kingdom. Above us, the stars shine with even more beauty and power than ever before. It seems that they're sending us their thanks. Mario, Gubario, Cooper, Bobette, Parakarry, Bo, Watt, Sushi, Lackluster, and everybody across the lands of the Mushroom Kingdom. We've regained peace because of all of your efforts. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the Mushroom Kingdom will enjoy peace and prosperity for a long time to come. Perhaps forever. This is my heartfelt wish. So, let's celebrate. Enjoy the festivities, everyone! And look at what Luigi's got on! I wonder if this is what he was really doing while we were gone on our big adventure. If that's true, then he must be preparing this role for like so long. He can finally get this out of the way. Okay, so going back to the whole Bowser fight a little bit, I was kind of hoping that the pebble would be the thing that would finish him off for good, but I just didn't want to take the chance when he was at 2 HP for him to heal himself up again. That's why I decided to use the pebble at the moment that I did, and then just have Walk go in and swoop all the glory for herself. Doesn't matter though, it was a pretty tough fight, but I wouldn't say it was that hard at all. It felt like too difficult. It was a pretty even fight, I'll say. It's not that difficult, but not too easy either. It just strikes the right balance of difficulty. Man, this felt like the shortest and also kind of long. I mean, I know it's an RPG and all, they tend to be long. So Koopa Bros got blown up again. I'm not sure how that is working. That's not how water works. Okay, I think Colorado found a way for that to go down. But yeah, that's Paper Mario. That's all we could do in the game, and there really is nothing else that I want to show up in terms of, like, bonus material, because we kind of did everything that mattered in terms of the stuff that was worth showing. Then we get this huge parade that shows all the faces that we seen on our adventure. And spoilers, everyone turned out to be fine. At least I'm pretty sure that's true. Probably even Bowser. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him on this parade at some point. I've mentioned time and again that I'm really used to Thousand Year Door, the sequel to this game, and I only played this game for the first time a few short years ago, so while I still do prefer the sequel, I now understand where the foundation was laid for that game to be a success. In other words, I'm saying that Paper Mario itself, of course, is a great game. It still holds up 20 years later. Like, sure, the story, the characters, the writing itself is not as, like, strong as it is Thousand Year Door, but on its own, this is still a classic. I'm sure it's still a classic to many people who played it back in their childhood, and I can see that now. I'm glad that I did finally get around to play this game at some point, instead of just not getting through the second door when I was a child and never even bothered coming back to it years later thinking, ah, it was probably mediocre anyways, I'm probably not missing out on much. I am glad I did get back to this at some point, and now I see it for the wondrous game that it is. It does deserve to be talked about, it deserves to be shared and held up and just praised for years to come. It has been that way for a long time, and I'm sure it will continue to stay that way for many more years to come. Especially given the state where Paper Mario is now, hasn't seen a lot of good days. Like, after the first 3 games, it's been hit and miss with the series. But back at this time, people were really ecstatic about Paper Mario, and like I already mentioned, I can see why. It is charming in its own way. The writing is pretty good. It just got better from here. The gameplay, it is good. It's really fun, and I can see where they fleshed it out and how they made it even greater down the line. So I think with that perspective, I think it makes it more unique to me than most people would have, like, growing up on it, because I didn't grow up on it. I waited a long time for me to actually get used to how RPGs work, and when I did, I now finally saw how good this game is. And look at Bowser. He's just not having it. Wow, they're causing a lot of chaos here. Ah, those Koopas. They never change it. I forgot I'm playing this on the Wii U. So the game does go to sleep when you're left idle for too long. Paper Mario's not too hard, not too easy, but I found it to be a lot more complex than it is on the surface. it's mainly due to like how the badges work, how some enemies react to different status ailments. It was a very intriguing experience to learn how each enemy operates and how some of them do under especially special, very special circumstances. Those amazing daisies. Okay, small confession. I was gonna make it a point to go back at some time in the adventure and try to find Amazing Daisy just to take it down, and it totally slipped my mind. I was just focused on trying to finish this LP that I kind of forgot about that. Oops. Also, I do see how Wise Wizard would turn into a light up tree there. You see what I mean? How this game has a lot of charm, not just in its writing, but also visually as well. It's like the team was given a lot more free reign on how to portray these characters, and it really comes through, almost like it was meant to be in a storybook-like setting for kids to read and kids to enjoy. Funny how that works, right? I feel like I've said all I can say about this game. It's really fun. It deserves to be talked about. It deserves to be held up to the standard that it has been held up in. It's just all around fun. And this will be a game I will come back to in the future for many years to come as well. And hopefully, when I do go through future playthroughs, I will get better at the dodging because I have been so bad at it. There have been spots of brilliance I had with the dodging without Dodge Master, but I think it's clear that I have so much practice to do with that particular mechanic. I'm just too used to 1,000-year door, and Dodge Master was the closest thing I could ever get to replicate that timing. And that's all that there is to it about Paper Mario. As we end off with Mario and Peach. Standing in front of Mario's house and watching the fireworks. And this is one of those kinds of games where it just ends on here. You can't skip it with any button combinations. The only way to get off the screen is either reset or turn off your console. Because they really had nothing else planned afterwards for you to do in the end game. I mean, you had your chance to do it before entering Bowser's Castle. And once you get into Bowser's Castle, there's no point going back. And even if you could, you had a long trek to go through, and this wouldn't be worth it. But you know what? I think that this screen is more than appropriate to end on. A fireworks display like this is a pretty good way to close out LP. I hope you guys have much fun as I had creating this. It was especially great to go back to this game again, coming from someone who, at least in my opinion, doesn't have as much experience with this game as most people do. Yet I kind of feel glad I do have that going for me, since I feel like I will be able to look at this game from a different point of view than most people. I still acknowledge how great this game is. If you want to play yourself, it's not that hard to find. It's on the Wii U eShop right now. Doesn't go for much, so you have a Wii U? Go ahead and play it. Or, I guess, emulate. I prefer going right to the official source, because I'm not that much of a fan of emulation. Mostly because I don't trust myself with that kind of thing. Regardless, if you haven't played it, don't be like me and put it off for years. Get to it as soon as you can. It's a fantastic game. It was one of the last games to come out on the N64. And it's fantastic in its own right, like I praised so much. And it was the start of something pretty special for a time for Nintendo fans, before some later games in the series kind of sullied this franchise's reputation. But don't let that stray you away from at least trying it. You never know how much fun you might find in something as old but as timeless as this. It's pretty much close to a masterpiece in a lot of people's eyes, and I can see why. Thanks for coming on this journey with me, and I hope I'll see you in the next project, whenever I do get around to it. So until that time comes, farewell for now, and thanks for watching.